Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing yoga for your feet. You'll need a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball and a TheraBand or a strap of some sort. So come to the top of your mat and step your right toes to the ground. Very gently, you can press them in, lift your right foot off the ground and do some ankle circles one way and then the other. Crimp your toes and pick your left foot up and press your toes into the ground. And roll your ankles one direction and then the other. And curl your toes and uncurl them, and then find balance on your left foot and pick your right foot up and press it into your calf. Bring your hands to heart center and hold your balance. This is tree pose. And release. Find your balance on your right foot and take your left foot to your right calf, hands to heart center. It helps to balance if you pull in on your abdomen. Keep your balance, don't fall over. And release. And now we're going to come all the way to the ground into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. And you're going to press your right foot back behind you like you're trying to get into a plank pose and feel the stretch in your ankle and calf. And release. And same with your left foot. Stretch your left foot all the way back behind you. And release. And now you're going to tuck your toes underneath you and you're going to sit back onto your heels. Make sure your pinky toes are tucked under with all the rest of your toes. This is a very intense stretch, and if it's too intense, you can always bring your hands down in front of you to help bear some of the weight and ease yourself back until you can feel some sensation. You don't want to do too much in this stretch, but it is a very intense stretch. So while we're here, we can do some neck rolls. You can do some shoulder rolls. So if you want to do some neck rolls, you can just drop your chin to your chest and slowly roll to the left side and slowly roll back to the right and just slowly go back and forth at your own pace. This is such a good stretch if you wear high heels, if you wear steel-toe boots, if you're walking all day, if you're running. When you do martial arts, you don't have shoes. This is just a very good stretch for your toes. And you can also switch from neck rolls to going side to side. So when you're done, lift your chin straight up and drop one ear to the right side and back to the left. And now release this pose. You can roll your ankles a little bit. Release your toes back to the mat. And slowly lift your weight behind you. Put your hands behind your back and slowly lift the weight. And come back. Grab your TheraBand and swing your legs out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall and wrap your TheraBand around your right toes. And you can curl your toes here. You can kind of point, make sure that you have your TheraBand in the right spot. And you'll point your foot and flex your foot. And roll your ankle a few times, both directions. So if you now switch, and then you can point and flex your toes again. The TheraBand just offers a little bit of resistance, and it really just makes your ankle feel really nice. Now switch feet, put the TheraBand on the other foot, and you can point and flex and curl your toes, and point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex, and then you can start doing ankle rolls, and you can switch sides, and if it feels good, you can turn your foot in or out, whatever feels good to you here, and you can point and flex a few more times. And now we're done with the TheraBand. Put that off to the side. Curl your toes, just kind of wiggle your toes, and now you can point your toes, flex your toes. Now flex your foot, curl your toes, point your ankle, flex your toes, flex your ankles. This is very good dexterity for your feet and toes, especially if you need to have different foot positions. So scoot yourself forward, and you can put your left ankle on your right knee, flex your foot, and just kind of grab your toes and take your ankle in circles. Switch sides or switch circles, and switch direction again, and switch direction again. And now just give yourself a real gentle, real easy, nice massage. Just kind of pick spots that are sore, do the top of your foot, do the top of your ankle, the back of your ankle. You can sit yourself down like I am here instead of leaning all the way back on one hand, and just really kind of just give some care to your foot. And switch feet. Put your right ankle over your left knee and grab your toes and do some ankle rolls, and switch directions and switch directions, and give yourself a nice little foot massage. And you can sit down and keep that foot on the other knee and just give yourself a little massage. Just very nice, very gentle. And now you'll release, and we're going to grab the lacrosse ball. In this video I'm standing up, but it's even better if you're in a chair. Now just put the lacrosse ball underneath your foot and just start rolling over your toes, over your arches, over your heel, the very back of your heel, the outside of your foot. Really getting nice and deep into those arches and the ball of your feet. And switch feet. Start with the ball and the toes, and then you can move into your arch. And get the blade of your foot, the outside edge, and get the heel. I like to really focus on my arches. They're usually what get really sore for me, being barefoot all the time. And if I find a spot that has a lot of sensation, I'll just sit there with the lacrosse ball on it, not putting too much pressure, but a little bit of pressure, and I'll just sit there for a little bit and breathing. So go ahead and put the lacrosse ball off to the side, and we're going to scooch next to a wall, and scooch your bottom as close to the wall as possible, and lift your feet up and rest them against the wall. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are relaxed. You can curl your toes, you can roll your ankles, whatever feels nice here. We're going to be here for about a minute or so, just to kind of let your legs relax, let the blood drain out of your feet and out of your ankles and out of your calves. You can roll your wrists, just relax. You can do legs up the wall anytime. I love to do it when I get home from work, or if I've been on my feet all day. This is one of my favorite poses to do when I've really just put my feet and legs through a lot of walking and a lot of exercising. It's just really nice. So go ahead and pull yourself out, walk your feet down the wall and roll over to one side. I'm going to scooch over to the middle of my mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you next time.